Hi everybody, I thought I'd give you another little video. First, I've done some cutting of the grass in our secret garden, and I want to show you this, and then I'll move on to talking about Devas. Have a look at this. So what I'm showing you there, that's the original roadway to the 250 to 300 year old farm building. But I planted these willows when we first moved in nearly 9 years ago. So I created a lovely archway here. So these willows were only twigs that I pushed in the ground, and now look at them. So this is the original garden, and this is where we have what we call one of our meditation areas. So when you come and visit, you'll be able to come and sit in here on a lovely day on the chairs and just enjoying the tranquility and peace of the garden. So let's make sure I've got the sun in front of me. Devas. Now, a deva is a spiritual blueprint connected to everything. So everything that exists, there is hovering above it what I call a deva. So it's a spiritual energy program that holds the physical object in that state of physicality. So even a single hair on your body has a deva connected to it. Your body has an overriding deva that stands or sits above you, holding your lovely physical programs into place. Just moving over here, I'm going to come and sit down. Been a hard day today with lots of work. Here we go, cutting all this grass today. So that's what I have to do. I have to maintain as much as I possibly can the land ready for visitors and guests. So, Devas. Now, some years ago, on a program called Tomorrow's World, there was a revelation discovered, and they called it a ghost atom. Now, they were able to separate one single atom, these scientists, and you saw it moving around in a petri dish. But what was really mad and weird was there was something following it, but it was completely invisible. But it actually made a wake following behind the atom, and they called it a ghost atom. That is the deva. Now, with this information and the knowledge, you can actually communicate with the devas of the sky, for example. If you're frightened or worried about chemtrails or toxins and poisons in the sky above you, communicate with the most highly evolved sky deva and ask the deva to remove all and any harmful programs within its own programs given to it by man or any other influencer. So that's one way of working with the devas. Another way, you can actually work with your food and the stuff that you drink. So I know that we do bringing our food up to the most highly evolved aspect of me, but you can also change how the food tastes. So with like wine, for example, you can look at a bottle of wine, communicate with the deva that's hovering above it, ask the deva to remove and let go of any harmful programs associated with it. You can then actually change how the wine tastes. I do this all the time. If we go out to a pub or restaurant, I change the wine by communicating with the deva and bringing it up to what I like and removing all harmful, toxic programs that are within the wine. This is how a lot of magicians change, the water into wine, or maybe even how Jesus changed water into wine. He would have had this knowledge as well. And this is what I'm sharing with you. So you can actually communicate, but you have to use a lot of intention. You can communicate with any deva of water, of food, of land, of a blade of grass, of a tree. So when I plant trees and I dig them up from one place in the farm and put them somewhere else, I communicate with the deva of the tree, and I ask the deva to go to sleep, and it does. So then I dig the tree up, doesn't suffer any shock. I then replant it, give it healing, and then I ask the deva to wake up, which it does. And each tree that I've planted, even when people say, no, you can't do that, it will die, every single tree has survived because I spoke with the Deva of the tree. So you can do this with anything. So this is a valuable piece of information that I discovered about 25 years ago. Devas. So everything was designed first by God in a spiritual form. Okay, so the spiritual form was then brought into physical form through some kind of magic, and then everything was created physically, but it had to have a blueprint behind it to guide it to create perfection. And this is what was happening with the Devas. So just a small bit of information about Devas. Another big thank you to everybody for all the love and light that you're sending our way, for all the nonsense that's coming our way, but that's almost coming to a halt now, so that's really, really good. So anyway, lots of love to all of you, and a big thank you from me and Sue. Bye.